Sigmar has a wide range of cavalry options, one of which being a full human list. Today we're going to be looking at 1,000 points of how you can make a Cities of Sigmar human cavalry list work. We'll probably go over kind of a dark elf cavalry list, maybe next week, we'll see. But we're going to go over the list, we'll go over artifacts and battle traits, some war scrolls, and then finally get into some tactics. I'm here as Greyhammer. Welcome to the channel. If you do enjoy this type of content, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Go ahead and comment below what you think of this list. It's a pretty simple list, but I think it will actually work pretty well. But let me know what you think. So yeah, we're going to be using Freeguild Cavalier Marshal and Freeguild Cavaliers. There's not much to be said there. General of the Freeguild Cavalier Marshal for 150 points, 1 unit of Reinforced Cavaliers, and 3 units of non-reinforced. Puts you down to 950 points, so you fit within that 1,000 points, and it gives you an extra command point the first battle round, which may be useful because the whole theme of this is going to be kind of alpha striking, trying to take out the enemy as quickly as possible. So let's get into battle traits and things like that. So, sort of the officer's orders you might use are advance in formation. So basically in the movement phase, you're going to be able to make some targets move 3 inches. They can't move into combat, but you can pick 2 units to do this that are wholly within the Cities of Sigmar hero. And then the other one would be any charge phase, strike them down. You pick a Cities of Sigmar hero that's not used an officer's ability this turn. Then pick a friendly Cities of Sigmar unit that charged this turn that's wholly within 12. Add 1 to the attacks of their melee weapons. They get bonuses if they're elves, but not going to be effective here. But extra 1 attack on their weapons is pretty good. We're taking forward Dawners to add 2 to the movement of our units, so that's going to be pretty nice. It's only in the first battle round, but it does work pretty well. And then our leader is going to take the Grizzled Veteran and the Glimmering. Grizzled Veteran meaning unmodified wound rolls of 1 to 3 fail, always. And then Glimmering, each phase you can reroll a hit roll, a wound roll, or a save roll. I'm sorry for the low res image here. This is a bit higher. But the Freeguild Cavalier Marshal, we haven't not gone over him on the channel yet. He's got 7 health, 10-inch move, 3 up save, and control 2. He's got a Dragoon Pistol with a 10-inch range, 2 attacks, 3s to hit, 4s to wound, rend 1, 1 damage, and can shoot in combat. His Master Forged Cavalier Sword is 5 attacks, 3s to hit, 4s to wound, rend 1, 2 damage. And his Warhorse's Hooves is 2 attacks, 5s to hit, 3s to wound, no rend, 1 damage. And is companion, so you won't get that buff, that the +1 attack if you put it on him, which I don't think you would. But his passive is to add 1 to the charge rolls for this unit and friendly Cavalier while they're wholly within 12. So you want to keep those guys pretty close to him because +1 to charge is pretty nice. And then run down the foe once per battle. In any combat phase, you run down the foe, and if the unit charge this turn, pick a friendly Cities of Sigmar human cavalry that charge this turn and is wholly within 12 of this unit to be the target, and this unit and the target have strike first, so you get that nice little alpha. Hopefully you can take out an enemy unit really quickly. This is probably going to be a short video, just FYI, because there's not that many units. But I'll see how much I can talk through it. We might actually go into something else a little bit as well. But, yeah, pretty decent hero. Nothing too crazy. He's also only 150 points, so it's not like he's a crazy expensive hero piece, like the Freeguild Marshal on Griffin. Freeguild Cavaliers themselves have 3 health, 10-inch move, 3 up save, control 1. So that control 1 is going to be very limiting here. That's going to be kind of your biggest weakness, is grabbing and holding objectives is going to be tough. So you're going to need to take out enemies and hope that you can just keep them off of objectives. Cavalier weapons, they have 3 attacks apiece, 4s and 4s, So not great there. Rend 1, 1 damage. And then an additional damage on the charge. The Warhorse's Steel Shod Hooves is 2 attacks apiece, 5s to hit, 3s to wound, no rend 1 damage. And the Devastating Charge ability is if they charge this phase, pick an enemy unit within an inch, and then roll a dice for each model in this unit that is in combat. For each 4-up, inflict 1 mortal damage on the target. It's okay. The 10-man unit of this would be significantly better with that ability. So you could roll 10 dice, and each 4-up is a mortal damage, but you're averaging about 5 mortal damage on the charge. So it's not ideal for sure. It's not a ton of damage, uh, but and neither is the 4s and 4s on their weapons. That's kind of tough. So there's definitely some arguments that you should maybe take some more support pieces, and when we expand this list to 2,000 points, we're definitely going to add more support pieces. Will probably be how we expand this, is just a lot more support to make those Cavaliers tougher. Because I think the Alchemite Warforger would be a pretty good support piece. Probably some wizards. We want to buff up their durability and their damage as well. But let's get into tactics of how we're going to use this list. Your Freeguild Cavalier Marshal can probably take on some enemy heroes. I wouldn't say that he's exceptionally good against all heroes, but he can also provide his buffs to the Cavaliers. So you want to keep him probably running with that 10-man unit. Your Cavaliers, you're going to want to Alpha Strike. Run them up the board as quick as possible. Don't run them because you want to get a charge. It's probably best. This is a 1-drop regiment, so you might want to let your opponent go first if they can't damage you in the first turn. Get them a little bit closer, and then hopefully you can counter charge. So you could maybe even redeploy to get them a little closer. But with their fast movement, which is going to be 12 inches at the first battle round, you can Alpha Strike with them. You want to take out enemies quickly. You do not want to go into prolonged combat. And to keep yourself from doing that, you're going to want to use the Push Through command ability to deal additional damage and be able to escape that prolonged combat. So I think you roll 6 dice or something like that. I'm trying to remember what it is. No, I think it's D3 mortal damage, and you get to make a move action of D6, I think. And so this is going to make it so that you can definitely get out of combat a little bit better. I'd have to look at that push through ability again, but maybe it was, I think it was 2d6. I'm so used to doing it on the Stormstrike Chariot that it's buffed on there, so I don't know what part is the base and what part is the buff. But so kind of, I think this list works pretty well. Again, the weakness is if you have a lot of objectives, so you're going to have a hard time holding those objectives. So you kind of want missions where there's less objective on the board, and then just kind of take out threats, because you want to take objectives, grab them real quick, and then keep people off of them, because you can't hold them. You just have to try and make sure nobody else gets to them. That's going to be it for this episode. I do want to just have a brief little thing and say I do have a Patreon if you would like to join. This video actually went up the previous Friday from when it came out, so a few days early on Patreon. For $1 a month, you can see all my videos as soon as I get done editing them. And I'll upload them to Patreon and YouTube, but YouTube will get them later. So for $1 a month, you can do that. For $5 a month, you can get on my Minecraft server, but only when other people are playing on that server. It will be an Eternus server. And if you pay $10 a month, I will add you as a server admin on the Eternus server so that you can turn the server on whenever you want to. Just something for you to think about. You don't have to join those servers if you just want to support the channel. I really appreciate it. If you have any ideas for other perks, because I don't want it just to be restricted to people who want to play Minecraft, go ahead and leave them in the comments. We can kind of see how that works. Maybe I'll do exclusive videos as well. I'm not sure. Also, some Warhammer news. We are working on making a narrative campaign that me and my friends are going to do. I think I've got some idea of how it's going to work, but it's very interesting, and we'll definitely be showing that on the channel. But if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and comment what you think about it. Do you think that at 1,000 points I should add more support units, like take out a unit of Cavaliers and add a wizard or something like that? Or do you think that the leaning into the cavalry wholesale works well? Let me know. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification. And again, would appreciate it if you go to my Patreon. No pressure though. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.